Again, Dr. Checksrop is here, so welcome to the chess clinic. We will continue to talk about the Vienna. So it's e4, e5, knight c3, and today we will discuss the move knight f6. There are a few rules that I want you to memorize. We go with the move f4. So if Black plays the most active move, this is the most dangerous. Rule number one, his most active move is the most dangerous, which is pawn to d5. If Black takes or plays, d6, there's still some theory involved. Position is better for white, but it's harder. And if you see that Black doesn't defend the pawn with another pawn, they play knight c6, bishop d6, queen e7, or anything else, just capture, and you will get a winning position. Now let's try to understand one by one what's gonna happen. So first of all, I will start with the move. Bishop d6, very bad move, losing the game instantly. Don't do anything else. There is no need to say, I learned the Vienna, probably there was knight f3. Just memorize. The pawn is not defended by the pawn, so you didn't create a pawn chain. Capture. Takes pawn d4. That's the prescription. Bishop d6, e5. Then here. Game is over. So your opponent will be in the convulsions. Since you can defend the bishop or the knight. What happens if Black plays the move queen e7? Same story. F takes. Queen takes e5, knight f3 now attacking the queen, and then you can do pawn e5, but pawn d4 is very strong. This was advised by the Stockfish that after knight e4, Black is happy because they won a pawn, suddenly knight d5. Attacking the queen, attacking the pawn, aiming for this rook. If queen e6, trying to do some discovered attack, it's not going to work. Knight c7 check, triple fork. Queen goes back to d8, and then just queen e2. f5 seems that the knight is defendant, but then Stockfish did prepared another surprise. Bishop g5. The queen is trapped. Game is instantly over. So you can see how easy it is to win the game as white if Black messes up. So bishop d6 bad, queen e7 bad. Now let's try to understand what's going to happen after knight c6. Again, the same rule. He didn't defend the pawn with the pawn. Capture. Knight takes d4. Knight g6, b5. Knight c6 is the same story. What's the problem for Black? The knight can't get to any of these squares. If it goes queen e7, we just play queen e2 to close the path, force the knight back, and just knight f3. And we're waiting for the move d6 or f6, after which we will do knight d5, and we'll force this queen to get out from the e file. Let's say queen d7 or queen d8. Either you capture, check him, discover the attack, and win the pawn on c7 and win the game, or you can do this very cool knight c7, queen c7, and just look at this. He takes d6 check, the queen is under attack, the king is hanging, game is instantly over. You will see this idea in a bit different way as well. If after e5 did they go like knight g8, just develop. Again, do not allow queen h4 check, just in case. If Black plays d5, do not capture. Your pawn is very strong on e5, doesn't allow the knight to get out. Just bishop d3, short castle. And the Stockfish helped me a bit, says knight g5 is strong. Here, queen h5 is strong. We're trying to aim for the f7 and h7 squares, the pawns. We want to capture and checkmate. After h6, Stockfish gave another present, knight e2. The main idea is to get rid of this knight. H takes, bishop g5. Black's pieces are so passive, the king is so weak that white was gonna win the game very fast. c3, knight to f4, and next move is just bishop takes c7. After queen, the knight takes g6, takes, and then checkmate. Or bishop to g6 takes, and then knight g6, and then eventually queen h8 checkmate, takes. Game is instantly over. Again, try to understand the aura of the position. Try to understand the emotions as well. Try to understand what kind of pawn structure changes will be there. The pawn on e5 is extremely strong. If Black plays bishop b4 and says, I'm going to give you double pawns, I don't care. Look at my center. Look at my bishop. Short castle, knight g5. Here, this knight g5. Game is over. Black can resign. There's no way to defend the pawn on f7. Let's try to understand what's going to happen after some other moves. If Black plays the move pawn to d6, we just play knight f3. If he captures, you will do standard d4, try to attack the pawn. If knight goes here, maybe even knight d5, g5, h4. This is pretty interesting. Still, there can be some complications, but I don't want to get much into it. More of the players will go knight c6 with the idea to play bishop g4, knight d4 again. Check the previous video, see what's going on there. We will try to do the same treatment. Bishop b5. The same antibiotic will be used here as well. If he goes, he takes f4. I'm just going to play d4, push it, take the pawn, and white's position is much more active. You can say, like, why not d5? There is like a6, back, b5, captures, captures, captures. Maybe this is good. Well, we can just play like d4 and then bishop f4 and win the pawn. And if your opponent plays the move bishop g4 or pawn a6, so you just capture and do the same story, takes, takes, and then short castle. Or he goes with bishop g4, take immediately, don't wait for a6. Capture, do short castle, his queen side is messed up. Bishop c5 check, king h1, our king is completely safe, no danger, and then d3. Your bishop wants to get here, then h3. Captures, takes. Bishop retreats, you win the pawn. Retreats here, you can even do g4. Or if you want to get out in a safe way, queen e1. Takes, takes. The idea is the same. Play on the king side. Queen goes to g3. Bishop goes to h6. Rook goes to f1. And this knight always towards the f5 square. That's a great square, almost an outpost. Knight e2, g3, f5. Knight d1, e3, f5. Depends on the position. So this is it. As I said, the most dangerous line is the move d5. So far, I didn't talk about the risks. First of all, I wanted to explain you what's going to happen if black will play, really, really bad. d5 is the most annoying out of all. We will try to understand it a bit later. Just to include the e takes f4 as well. Again, e5. If knight g8, knight f3, similar story, and then d4. And I want to show you this incredible line. Actually, this was done by one of my students, and he said, like, I found a very interesting stuff in the Vienna, and I want to include, his variation here. I think he will be quite happy seeing it in the video, and he helped me to organize this video as well with this line because I remembered about it. So takes, bishop b5 check here, bishop c4, takes, and then bishop f4. We're going to sacrifice the pieces one after another. The main idea is to use better development and crush him eventually. D takes c3, bishop f7 check. If king takes, then the queen is hanging. And after king e7, queen e2 check. Here, knight e5 check. And this king is in a big trouble. If the king goes to e8, knight c6 check, we're going to get the queen to fast short castle. White has immense chances to crash black because we have a strong attack. And if king f6, then bishop g5 check here, and then knight f7 check, we're going to get the queen. Sure, black has like few minor pieces for the queen, but look at the king's position. Black is not going to serve. You can check the lines with the stockfish. Just remember that knight f3, d6, d4 takes, check to not allow the knight to get to c6, and then doing the sacrifices. This can be very, very strong. If black does something else, for example, queen e2, we just play queen e7, then we play queen e2, and same story, knight f3, d4, and remember I said whenever you see d6 or f6, instant knight d5. Here, knight c7. Queen c7, he takes d6 check. If he goes queen e7, and then after all of this moves, pawn g5, knight d5, and then very powerful move, knight f6 check. Using the fact that king e7, you can just take on g5, or you can do knight d5 check, and he can't castle. And if he captures, you take back. He needs to lose the knight or the bishop. Game is instantly over for black. So this is the second video about the Vienna. So not the best lines for black. The best line, almost the only move, is d5 to fight. So you will see it soon. E takes f4, knight c6, bishop d6, pawn d6, queen e7. All of those moves were covered. Remember the rule. If he captures, you push. If he defends, then you attack, and you never allow this bishop g4, knight d4 stuff. Play bishop b5, get rid of the knight. And the third final rule, if he doesn't defend the pawn with the pawn, always hit the center. Takes, takes, and then pawn to d4, pawn e5, knight f3, bishop c4. Play very active. You're almost winning. The second video is done. The chess clinic shift is over. Like, subscribe, and let's go to the next chapters. Leave your comments as well. Don't forget about it. So Dr. Chess Rob was with you. See you.